Good evening to you and welcome to the evening news on Adoatv, coming to you live from our studios on the John Evans at Mills High Street in Accra. You can also watch the evening news live on Facebook at Adoatv Ghana. The evening news is brought to you by Aztec Roofing Sheet and Cookware, Migo Purified Drinking Water, Blue City Ties and Accessories, and Yaxin Herbal Mixture. My name is Benedicta Dodu. Now I look at our top stories for tonight's bulletin. Ghana has this morning received its first batch of the AstraZeneca vaccines at the Kotoka International Airport. And we will be bringing you stories from the ministerial vetting as well. And in other stories, the alleged office of the LGBTQ community in Accra has been locked by security officials. And in business, the Securities and Exchange Commission has issued a warning to Ghanaians to stay away of Whitelink online investment as they are not licensed to operate. And in sports, Black Stars coach CK Akono has made changes in his squad for the AFCON qualifiers. We're bringing you details of these stories and others in this bulletin. Now, Ghana is to begin COVID-19 vaccination on March 2nd as government takes delivery of 600,000 AstraZeneca doses today. The Information Minister designate Kojo Opon Nkrumah said the AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine was made by the Serum Institute of Indian COVID Shield. He said government remains resolute at ensuring the welfare of the citizenry and is making frantic efforts to acquire adequate vaccines to cover the entire population through bilateral and multilateral agencies. He urged the populace to do their part by ensuring that they get vaccinated when the vaccine gets to them.
Ghana on Wednesday morning took delivery of 600,000 doses of the AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine made by the Serum Institute of India. The 600,000 doses is the first consignment of the vaccines acquired through the COVID-19 Vaccine Global Access Facility, which Ghana, among 92 countries, has signed onto. The vaccines, which arrived at the Kotoka International Airport on an Emirates Airlines cargo EK787, was received by a delegation led by the Minister of Health designate Mr. Kwaku Owusu. The COVID-19 vaccination, which will begin on March 2nd, will be conducted in phases among segmented populations. The first segment of the population that will receive from the doses will be health workers, adults 60 years and over, people with underlying health conditions, frontline executive, legislature, judiciary and their related staff, frontline security personnel, some religious leaders, essential workers, teachers and other personalities in the Greater Accra Metro, including Ewutu Senya and Ewutu Senya East in the Central Region. A similar segmented population in the Greater Kumasi Metro and Obuasi Municipality will also be covered. A statement from the Ministry of Information said the government of Ghana remains resolute at ensuring the welfare of all Ghanaians and is making frantic efforts to acquire adequate vaccines to cover the entire population through bilateral and multilateral agencies. The ministry also acknowledges the hard work of the technical teams from the Ghana Health Service, the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Information, the COVID-19 Task Force, and all those who have assisted them in getting this far. Development partners are also acknowledged by their tremendous financial and technical support.
Minister-designate for Transport and Aviation Kwaku Issiams has clarified issues pertaining the agreement between the government of Ghana and Frontiers Healthcare Limited for COVID-19 testing at the Kotoka International Airport. According to him, Frontier Healthcare Service Limited had demonstrated that they had the capacity to undertake COVID-19 tests at the airport and had their equipment duly certified by the Food and Drugs Authority.
What is the validity of this contract, please? Yes, when
it's for 2 years.
Now, it came up strongly that the company, Frontier Healthcare Services, is not even a registered company in Ghana. From what you have seen on the document, the contract, is it stating Frontier Healthcare Services Ghana Limited, or does it appear on the face of the document that this is a registered company in Ghana?
Mr. Chairman, the information that I have a company is a registered company in Ghana.
And have you received any briefing with respect to how Ghana Airport Company came to a decision to rely on this company and none other?
Mr. Chairman, the information that I have, the brief I have from Ghana company was that this company approached them and they proved that they have the capacity to undertake the project. And I don't have any reason or any information again that other companies have approached them.
So, is it your case that those equipment from the briefing you received, the equipment they are using at the airport, are not one of such equipment that are being used by other laboratories already in the country?
Mr. Chairman, when PPA, when they approach Ghana Airport Company that they have the capacity to do and that they have the equipment, like I said, they wrote to Food and Drug Authority to authenticate or certify the equipment that they are using. So basically that is what they did. What the other people are using other facilities, I do not have knowledge about it.
The minority in Parliament had even declared to move a motion for a bipartisan parliamentary inquiry into the award of contract to Frontiers Healthcare Solution Services Limited for COVID-19 testing at the Kotoka International Airport by government. Their move follows failure of about 4 ministerial nominees who appeared before the Appointments Committee to speak to the details on the contract. Addressing the press in Parliament earlier on, the minority spokesperson on Foreign Affairs, Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa, said the secrecy with which the contract is being shielded by government officials is appalling.
On the matter relating to the mysterious $150 United States Frontiers Healthcare Services contract at the Kotoka International Airport, dealing with antigen tests, based on the evasiveness, the lack of candor, the lack of sincerity, and the outright refusal by nominees who should know about this contract, and the contradictions and the comedy of unreliable referrals that every nominee appears to be giving us, we have decided as a caucus that when the House reconvenes, we are going to move a motion demanding a full-scale inquiry, a bipartisan inquiry into the Frontiers Healthcare Services contract at the airport.
The North Tongue MP also accused government of breaching Section 41 of the PPA Act, Fees and Charges Act, and Section 11 of the Health Institutions and Facilities Act in the award of the contract to conduct testing at the KIA. It has been approved that non-ECOWAS passengers coming to Ghana by air are required to pay $150 for a 30-minute PCR COVID-19 test administered by Frontiers Healthcare Limited, with ECOWAS citizens currently allowed to pay $50 for the test at the Kotoka International Airport. The minister-designate, however, expressed his willingness to engage with Frontier Healthcare Services to reduce the cost of the test, which has been described by some stakeholders as outrageous.
But I am following up with this because there is this strong view that, oh, Noguchi is there doing testing and all that. Why another company doing testing at the airport? Perhaps some people are of the view that, oh, why didn't Noguchi set up at the airport. I mean, it's come up strongly. My colleague Ablako has expressed a strong view, especially the cost. Would you, upon confirmation, impress upon them to look at their charges? We already know that for ECOWAS citizens, by virtue of the heads of state coming to a certain agreement, we are enjoying some rebate. But would you consider engaging them to further look at this, since it has become a matter of public concern?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, anything that will make a Ghanaian happy or satisfied, I will do. If people are complaining that the cost is too much, when I'm giving a note, you all sit down with them, interrogate those figures. If it is possible that they can reduce it, why not? You ask for what is good, what the quality of the product must be said that to be able to certify what they are required to do. And if it is possible that they can reduce the price, why not? You also that if we can negotiate with them, I don't have any problem. Now ECOWAS has come out legislating, giving directive that every ECOWAS member should be paid $50, and I'm sure they're complying. If it is possible, we can have a further discussion with them, saying that non-ECOWAS citizens are complaining. Is there anything that you can do about it based on the job that you are doing? If you look about your cost and you think that you can reach, why not? You all make people, you all want to make people happy, and you sit down with them. You say you can negotiate with them. You do that.
Transport Minister Designate Kwaku Owusu Afriyie, again responding to a question on the legalization of Okada, has indicated that he may not be considering the subject of legalizing the business in his second term in office. He explained that this is due to the fact that enforcement is a problem in this country, which is based on the current information on the grounds. Hence, it will be difficult for him to spearhead the legalization of Okada.
Okada was largely discussed within the media space after the National Democratic Congress's presidential candidate for the 2020 polls promised to legalize the business if voted into power. While some criticized him over the idea, saying it is populist and would cause more harm than good, others defended it, citing the job creation aspects of its operations. The Bureau of Public Safety, for instance, demanded details of how the commercial use of motorcycles will be regulated. The Okada Riders Association of Ghana, in view of this, pledged their support for Mr. Mahamas' candidature. However, the government, on the other hand, described the operationalization of Okada in the country as a risky business, and to this effect, the Vice President, Dr. Baumia, announced that the government's proposed alternative to Okada is to offer new cars to the operators on a lease basis in order for them to carry out their activities in a much safer manner. Meanwhile, appearing before Parliament's Appointment Committee and responding to a question on the legalization of the Okada business, this was what the Transport Minister Designate Kwaku Issiams had to say.
Honorable nominee, Okada was a very debatable topic before the last elections, to legalize or not to legalize. You indicated that at the time the debate was taking place, you were already in talks with stakeholders to legalize Okada. The news reports suggested so. The Vice President said a different thing to contradict what you were reported to have said. The NDC at the time thought it was about time that we legalized Okada. What will be your approach to this issue of legalizing Okada if you are confirmed by this committee? Will you lead a campaign to legalize it or not?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I think that I never said anywhere that you were leading stakeholder consultation to legalize Okada. I don't know what I said. I said that you were doing stakeholder consultation to come to a determination whether we are going to legalize Okada or not. That was the statement that I made. And the Vice President made a categorical statement that as a party and the condition pertaining today, it will not be possible for us to legalize Okada. What we will do is that, yes, we still come about the petition of the Vice President. As the condition pertains today, we will not be able to legalize Okada today because the numbers are not pointing to the direction that we should legalize Okada. Knowing that the issue of enforcement, you see, Mr. Chairman, I don't want to be an ostrich. If there is a problem, we should all point to it. We are having an issue of enforcement in this country. And based on what is pertaining on the ground today, it will be difficult for me to lead to the legalization of Okada. If by tomorrow, thankfully the police are trying to modernize their system of traffic control. If by tomorrow, a year, the conditions in terms of traffic management, in terms of enforcing regulation, becomes conducive, why not? We will assess it. But sitting here today and knowing that enforcement is an issue in this country. And Mr. Chairman, let me tell you one thing. In 2010, the people who died out of motorcycle or tricycle was 210. The 2020 figures, out of 2,500 people who died from road accident, 1,050 is as a result of motorcycle. Mr. President, Mr. Chairman, it is, like I said, that's the position of the party or the government. If by tomorrow the police is able to come out with conditions that will make it conducive for us to legalize it, why not? But for today, what is pertaining, that's the position.
From the ministerial vet and the legal counsel for the NDC's flag bearer in the 2020 polls, John Mahama, has filed closing arguments in the election petition ahead of the March 4th judgment. Mahama's counsel maintains that the petition is founded on the nullity of the declaration of elections results made by the chairperson of the Electoral Commission. Mr. Mahama's lawyers have argued that the declaration of the results was fraught with errors, some of which the EC admitted. They insist that the fairness and reasonableness requirements were not being met.
Lawyers for the 2020 NDC presidential candidate John Dramani Mahama say they have successfully proven that no candidate obtained more than 50% of the votes cast in the 2020 presidential elections. They are therefore urging the Supreme Court to, on 4th March, direct the Electoral Commission to organize a runoff between President Akufo-Addo and Mr. Mahama. The submission is contained in the written closing address filed by the lawyers in compliance with the Supreme Court's orders. The NDC's flag bearer, Mr. John Mahama, is seeking some reliefs of the court that a declaration that Mrs. Jane Mensah Adukwe, chairperson of the first respondent and the returning officer of the presidential election held on December 7th, 2020, was in breach of Article 63, Clause 3 of the 1992 Constitution in the declaration she made on 9th December in respect of the presidential election that was held on 7th December 2020. A declaration that, based on the data contained in the declaration made by Mrs. Jane Adukwe Mensah, chairperson of first respondent and the returning officer of the presidential elections held on 7th December 2020, no candidate satisfied the requirements of Article 63 Clause 3 of the 1992 Constitution to be declared president-elect. A declaration that the purported declaration made on 9th December 2020 of the results of the presidential election by Mrs. Jane Adukwe Mensah, chairperson of first respondent and the returning officer for the presidential election held on 7th December 2020, is unconstitutional, null, and void of no effect whatsoever. An order annulling the declaration of President-elect Instrument 2020 CI 135 dated 9th December 2020 issued under the hands of Mrs. Jane Adukwe Mensah, chairperson of first respondent and the returning officer for the presidential elections held on 7th December 2020 and gazetted on the 10th of December 2020. An order of injunction restraining the second respondent from holding himself as president-elect, An order of mandatory injunctions directing the first respondent to proceed to conduct a second election with petitioner and second respondent as the candidate as required under Article 63 Clause 4 and 5 of the 1992 Constitution. It is still unclear whether the court will grant a day for oral submissions of the closing addresses. Mr. Mahamas is in court after he and his party, the National Democratic Congress, rejected the results of the 2020 presidential polls. He maintains that President Akufo-Addo failed to obtain the requisite number of votes to be declared the winner. He is thus asking the Supreme Court to, among other things, declare the 2020 presidential polls null and void and further order the Electoral Commission to conduct a rerun of the election between himself and President Akufo-Addo. The Apex Court on Thursday, March 4th, deliver judgments on the election.
Meanwhile, the Ghana Police Service and personnel of National Security have locked up the 5-bedroom apartment serving as an office for LGBTQI plus rights in Accra. The security operatives raided the LGBTQI office after the owner of the apartment complained about suspicious activities taking place in the facility.
Security officials, together with the landlord of the building and the Kwabenya Traditional Council, went to the premises of the organization today and locked up the facility. According to the landlord, Dr. Asenso Jambibi, the use of his facility for LGBTQI activities is in breach of the tenancy agreement because the tenant, one Alex Kofi Donko, rented the facility under the pretext of using it as an office for a health NGO.
Promoting health. So from where it says, their funding is from Sweden. So okay. So in the midst of COVID, it was agreeable. But I told him not to touch anything without my permission, not to change any painting, no fixtures, and that is embedded in the tenancy agreement. So when I got the information and he was trying to be dodgy and he realized I was getting angry, he said, we promote the health of this LGBT whatever. And I said, well, come on, what do you mean? Then I told him, I'm moving from Kumasi to Accra right now. So yesterday, 1 o'clock, I set off and I called National Security. I called the police commander for Kwabenya, and I got to Kumasi around 7. So they said it was too late this morning. We were going to have this operation. But I had called him that I was coming to see what was going on here. He said, look, no problem. We are not doing anything, just the usual. We sleep here, this is our house. I said, okay. I called the agent too. Then this morning, whilst we were coming, I called him twice that I am coming to see what is going on there. He said, okay. So in the midst of it all, I called a few personalities and I tried to get in touch with the Kwabenya Traditional Council from yesterday. I managed to get through to them and I told them I wanted to be here. So this morning we came with the police to evict them and to take them out of the house. This is not the reason for which they came for the house, and this thing cannot happen in my house. So this is the reason why we are here this morning. When we came at the gate, we were trying to get inside. Then we realized they weren't coming, so we forced open the gate. We came in, we realized somebody was eating. But the police managed to find out that somebody scaled the wall. Yes. So we are here to investigate, and for me, just to get them out of this place. Well, physically, no, but I think the police, they've taken documentation and pictures of things that they will go ahead with the investigation and find out. The activity is illegal in this country and it has to be stopped. And of course, I'll leave the police to do the investigation, and when they come to the conclusion, for me, he has to leave this house immediately. I don't want to jump the investigation, so let's leave that to the police.
However, the Kwabenya Traditional Council also condemned LGBTQI activities within its catchment area. Meanwhile, LGBTQ Rights Ghana via their Twitter handle has confirmed the incident, indicating that they are all safe at the
Watching the evening news on Adoatv. We'll be right back with more news.
Blue City is a manufacturer and supplier of high-quality fashion accessories. We design and make quality bow ties, flying ties, lapel pins, ladies' brooches, fabric necklaces, African wares, and so much more for your weddings, schools, institutions, bands, choir, singing groups, individuals, and so many more. We use both African prints and foreign fabrics to make your beautiful accessories for you. Oh yeah! Contact us via call or WhatsApp or SMS on 0240 926 564. Locate us at Odoko Official Town opposite Emils Preparatory School. Check us out on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Blue City Fashion. Blue City, creativity and style.
Ago, good people of Ghana. Here are some safety measures on prevention of coronavirus. 1. Cover your mouth with tissue when you cough or sneeze. Dispose of tissue into a bin immediately you cough into it, and wash your hands with soap under running water. Avoid shaking hands and use sanitizers as often as you can. Signs and symptoms of coronavirus include fever, cough, sneezing, and difficulty in breathing. Should you experience any of these, or for more inquiries, please contact 0558 439 868. That's 0558 439 868, or call 0509 497 700. That's 0509 497 700.
Remember to always wash your hands with soap and running water.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health, the Ghana Health Service, and partners.
Numunsupa na wanya pomuden se wo ba numunsu a hwe hu se eye mega purified mineral water eye nsu a yetu ni baby pa asaso ne so se kroje se wonya mega purified mineral water bogu ubu a wo see you manumunsupa mega mineral water de edanso esan say the modern technology so na aye ede na nkabia ne atri mega purified mineral water bacteria na mhenu aberem eye very hygienic obia di wadanse mega mineral water neatly packaged for 500 ml bottles mu na wani bosua na okon donsio wo benya mega purified mineral water to bebia to phone call dodowa amount for tipa junction and afre 050 7055 409 and 055 392 1088 mega purified mineral water akona kono.
Welcome back from the break. Remember, we're streaming live on Facebook at Adoatv Ghana. Now, moving on to some business stories. The Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) has warned the general public not to do any business with Wiseling Online Investments Company, a Finnish-based company operating in Ghana. According to the SEC, it has not licensed the company to carry out any capital market activities, including investing or trading for returns mandated by Section 3 of the Securities Industry Act 2016, Act 292.
The statement released by SEC reads, "The Securities and Exchange Commission is the statutory body mandated by the Security Industries Act 2016, Act 929, to promote the orderly growth and development of an efficient, fair, and transparent securities market in which investors and the integrity of the market are protected. One of the core functions of SEC is to maintain surveillance over activities in the securities industry and to protect investors by publishing at regular intervals information to the public to inform their investment decisions. The general public is hereby put on notice that Wiseling Online Company Limited, Finnish based company operating in Ghana has not been licensed by the Securities and Exchange Commission to carry out any capital market activity, including investing or trading for returns, as mandated by Section 3 of the Securities Industries Act 2016 Act 929. Whistling Online Investment Company is therefore not regulated by SEC. The general public is advised to be cautious with investing in unlicensed products. The regulator also assured all market operators, investors, and the general public that it is dedicated to ensuring rigorous implementations of the rules of operations in the capital.
For more business news, log on to our website, adoanewsonline.com. We'll be right back with sports.
John, who fini? Wow, Eddie, what boy juma? I check a roofina, or you fell one cassa from Asatec. Oh, na Simon, the roofing is about the bray, nice keke. Why the catcher? Asatec roofing sheet today, and your nice keke, with the bodan swa a chee, and renache. They want to call us a hood of a fair for the bray. No free roofing sheet, no dear. Who hear that will be out? Now, so the bodan swa, a zero supampe. What means to trauma send your open roofing sheet, and we try the summer of pepe. Mamma poor Asatec when you're there. One of my technical advice na estimate free or professional installers and so on your on-site installation. Oh yes, quality and Asatec 5 days pay na musaka order na a year after sales service proper bill so. Asatec Watema Community 2 Meridian Road at Benkoko Board Warehouse Western Region so Asatec Watakrade Anaji yani Princeland Hotel and Edin and a Volta Region yawo Akachi South District Assembly Kwano Suwa.
Blue City is a manufacturer and supplier of high-quality fashion accessories. We design and make quality bow ties, flying ties, lapel pins, ladies' brooches, fabric necklaces, African wares, and so much more for your weddings, schools, institutions, bands, choir, singing groups, individuals, and so many more. We use both African prints and foreign fabrics to make your beautiful accessories for you. Oh yeah! Contact us via call or WhatsApp or SMS on 0240-926-564. Locate us at Odoko Official Town opposite Emils Preparatory School. Check us out on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Blue City Fashion. Blue City, creativity and style.
Ago, good people of Ghana. Here are some safety measures on prevention of coronavirus. 1. Cover your mouth with tissue when you cough or sneeze. Dispose of tissue into a bin immediately you cough into it and wash your hands with soap and the running water. Avoid shaking hands and use sanitizers as often as you can. Signs and symptoms of coronavirus include fever, cough, sneezing, and difficulty in breathing. Should you experience any of these, or for more inquiries, please contact 0558 439 868. That's 0558 439 868. Or call 0509 497 700. That's 0509 497 700.
Remember to always wash your hands with soap and running water.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health, the Ghana Health Service, and partners.
Numunsupa na wanya pomuden. Se wo banu munsu a, hwe hu ni se eye mega purified mineral water. Eye nsu a yetu ni baby pa. Asaso ni so se kroje. Se wonya mega purified mineral water bogu ubu a, wo see you manu munsupa. Mega mineral water de edanso. Esan say the modern technology so na ye. Ede na nkabia ni atri. Mega purified mineral water. Bacteria na mhenu aberem. Eye very hygienic. Obia di wadanse. Mega mineral water neatly packaged with 500 ml bottle bottles mu. Na wani boswa na ukon donsio. Wobenya Migo purified mineral water to bebia. To phone call Dodowa amount 40 per junction. And now for 050-7055-409 and now 055-392-1088. Migo purified mineral water. Akona kono.
Moving on to some sports updates now. Head of Hearts of Oak supporters Elvis Herman Hesse Jr. has resigned from the club's board with immediate effect. Hesse Jr., the chairman of the National Chapters Committee, tendered in his resignation letter to the club's top hierarchy on Tuesday. The supporters chief led a demonstration against the Hearts of Oak board last week following the resignations of some technical team members. Head coach Costa Papich, assistant coach Asari Bediakun, and goalkeepers coach Ben Owu all bowed out of the club within 1 week. The reason behind his resignation is yet to be known. Hesse Jr. was put on the board of directors of the Phobians after his election as NCC chairman in June 2019. Meanwhile, for the first time in the country's football history, the biggest game of the season will be played behind closed doors. The Ghana FA spokesperson Henry Asante Chum has confirmed. Asante Kotoko host arch rivals Hearts of Oak at the Accra Sports Stadium in the Super 2 clash on Sunday, February 28, 2021, in this outstanding Ghana Premier League game.
The two biggest football clubs in the history of the Ghana Premier League are about to go head-to-head on Sunday, February 28, 2021 at the Accra Sports Stadium. This is a mouth-watering fixture every Ghanaian football fan would like to watch, either by going to the stadium or watching at home. But unfortunately, a ban has been placed on fans going to the stadium. The Ghana FA has issued a directive for all games to be played behind closed doors for the next 4 weeks due to the rise in COVID-19 cases in the country. He has pleaded with the supporters of the two teams to be patient as the GFA engages all the various stakeholders on how to make the game available for all to watch.
And then it's
Ghana's coach Charles Kwabena Akono has reduced the number of players in camp for the AFCON qualifiers next month from 30 to 24. Notable amongst the players dropped as Hearts of Oak defender Mohamed Al-Hassan. However, Chinese-based Mubarak Wakaso and Emmanuel Boateng have been included in the squad for 2 weeks of training. The Black Stars will move to camp on Thursday, February 25th, 2021 to continue with preparation for next month's Africa Cup of Nations double-header qualifiers against South Africa and Sao Tome and Principe.
Black Stars coach CK Akono has cut his squad from 30 to 24 for the upcoming double-header AFCON qualifiers against South Africa and Sao Tome and Principe. Mubarak Wakasu and Emmanuel Boateng are the only foreign-based players who have been added to the squad so far. The Black Stars will be moving to camp on Thursday, February 25, 2021 to continue preparations towards their upcoming fixtures. The Black Stars will be facing South Africa on the 22nd March 2021 and Sao Tome and Principe on 30th March 2021. These fixtures could be the decider as to whether Black Stars will qualify for AFCON or not. The GFA has notified the public that due to the current COVID-19 protocols, the training sessions will be done behind closed doors, but the GFA media team will provide more pictures and videos to the media and the public on daily basis. The underlisted players are hereby informed to report at the M Plaza Hotel in Accra at 10 a.m. on Thursday, February 25, 2021. The call-up players are Joseph Ado of Aduana Stars, Razak Abalora of Asante Kotoko, Eric Ofosu entry from Mediama SC, making the 3 goalkeepers. The defenders include Kwaku Ismail from Asante Kotoko, Yusuf Mubarak from Kotoko, Kojo Amwako from Ashanti Gold SC, Konadu Yadom from the West African Football Academy Wafa, Ibrahim Moro from Asante Kotoko, Haruna Jamal Dean from Great Olympics, Christopher Nete of Asante Kotoko, Dennis Kosa, Ebusian Dwarfs, Joseph Ejay from Legon Cities. The midfielders include Gladson Awako of Great Olympics, Justice Blay of Mediama SC, Michelle Otu of Agra Great Olympics, Yawano of Ashanti Gold, Rashid Note from Mediama SC, Maxwell Abe from Great Olympics, Augustin Boache from Wafa, Salif Moro from Bechem United, Mubarak Wakasu from Guangzhou Sunin from China, Joseph Eso from Dreams FC. The 4 attackers are Emmanuel Boateng from Delian Pro, Kwame Pepra from King Faisal, Kwame Poku from Asante Kotoko, and Dear
Some results of some Premier games played today. Wafa 3, Karela United 1, Mediama 2, 11 Wonders 0, Liberty Professional 0, Hearts of Oak 1, and I'm sure this will make Hearts of Oak supporters very happy. Ebusuan Dwarfs 1, King Faisal 0, and then Adriana All Stars 2, Inter Allies 1. And with this, Inter Allies is resting comfortably at the bottom of the league table. We'll be right back with more stories.
Blue City is a manufacturer and supplier of high-quality fashion accessories. We design and make quality bow ties, flying ties, lapel pins, ladies' brooches, fabric necklaces, African wares, and so much more for your weddings, schools, institutions, bands, choir, singing groups, individuals, and so many more. We use both African prints and foreign fabrics to make your beautiful accessories for you. Oh yeah! Contact us via call or WhatsApp or SMS on 0240-926-564. Locate us at Odoko Official Town opposite Emils Preparatory School. Check us out on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Blue City Fashion. Blue City, creativity and style.
John, who fini new? Wow, Eddie Wabwejuma. I check a roofing now. Oh, you fell one casa from Asatec. Oh, na Simon, roofing is a baby bray, nice keke. Why the catcher? Asatec roofing sheet dear, and your nice keke with the bodan swa a chee and renache. They want a calisa who do a fair be bray. No new free roofing sheet no dear. Who near that will be out. Now, so the bodan swa a year supampe. What means which Roman send your open roofing sheet no? You try the salmon pepe. Mama poor Asatec money there. One of my technical advice na estimate free or professional installers so want your on-site installation. Oh yes, quality nebo da feminine. Asatec 5 days pay na musa kan order na we year after sales service proper binso. Hwehwe Asatec Watema Community 2, Meridian Road, Ebenkoko Board Warehouse, Western Region. So Asatec Watakrade Anaji, Yene Princeland Hotel and the Shinimu, and the Volta Region yawo Akachi South District Assembly kwan so ha.
Go, good people of Ghana. Here are some safety measures on prevention of coronavirus. 1. Cover your mouth with tissue when you cough or sneeze. Dispose of tissue into a bin immediately you cough into it and wash your hands with soap and running water. Avoid shaking hands and use sanitizers as often as you can. Signs and symptoms of coronavirus include fever, cough, sneezing, and difficulty in breathing. Should you experience any of these, or for more inquiries, please contact 0558 439 868. That's 0558 439 868. Or call 0509 497 700. That's 0509 497 700.
Remember to always wash your hands with soap and running water.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health, the Ghana Health Service, and partners.
In our entertainment news for tonight, the National Film Authority, gatekeepers of the Ghana movie industry, has been in closed-door meetings with stakeholders to decide on brand names for the movie industry. After several attempts by other stakeholders on brand names for the industry, the National Film Authority's newly constituted brand name committee is expected to bring closure to the matter.
Globally, the film production, promotion and distribution landscape keep changing. Over the years, Gollywood, among others, have been brand names given to the Ghana movie industry. The National Film Authority on Tuesday, February 23rd, held meetings with stakeholders of the Ghana movie industry to develop news on a new brand name for the Ghanaian movie industry. Prior to the formation of the committee, the National Film Authority sought name suggestions from the general public that can best represent the Ghana film industry. 400 submissions were received from the exercise. Members of the brand name committee include the likes of Professor Audrey Gajepo, Associate Professor, Department of Communication Studies, University of Ghana; Mr. Kwabna Ejekum, Executive Director of Ghana Chartered Institute of Marketing Ghana; actor Abe Kusego; filmmaker Ms. Lauren Mana Abdallah; and filmmaker Kofi Che. However, the committee is expected to bring closure to the matter, to have an identity as an industry, to ensure efforts put into building solid structural reforms that will have a cutting-edge advantage. However, the committee is expected to bring closure to the matter, to have an identity as an industry, to ensure efforts put into building solid structural reforms that will have a cutting-edge advantage.
Attention!
That is all for tonight on the evening news on Adoatv. A recap of our top stories. Ghana has this morning received its first batch of the AstraZeneca vaccines at the Kotoka International Airport. There are stories from the ministerial vetting as well. The stories: the alleged office of the LGBTQ community in Accra has been locked by security officials. In business, the Securities and Exchange Commission has issued a warning to Ghanaians to stay away of Wiseling online investment as they are not licensed to operate. Stars coach CK Akono has made some changes in his squad for the AFCON qualifiers. For more news, log on to our website, adoanewsonline.com. Remember, the evening news is brought to you by Asatec Roofing Sheet and Cookware, Migo Purified Drinking Water, Blue City Ties and Accessories, and Yakson Herbal Mixture. My name is Benedicta Dodu. Thanks for staying with us. Enjoy the rest of our programs and stay safe.